Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I figure since I've been doing the Loporrit quests separate videos, I should probably continue doing that here. And I'm enjoying the Firebird mount very much, yes. But for now, we need to continue a million miles away. Once again, no avatar or anything, simply because I'm just going to be going through the quick story here. Oh, right. Could you join us for a moment, Kota? I survey the best ways borough morale indicates the situation is as we suspected. Although our efforts have reached the majority of the wayward ways, a few yet remain in doldrums. The erstwhile counseling way, first among them, of course. I've stretched my imagination ever so hard for dreams that might inspire them, but nothing concrete's come to mind. I propose we examine the issue of their personal motivation more closely. Per living way, they were once passionate about their work, after all. We cannot change the fact that people of the Theres will not be coming to the moon, but reaching out to them is hardly beyond our means. There's not stopping us from utilizing our ashen-furred associates' communication skills to aid mankind, albeit remotely. Thus making their old dream into their new dream. What sort of station would be suitable for that? One for sharing useful information, perhaps a station that individuals could contact with questions. That would be quite similar to Not Counseling Way's previous job. How'd the people contact us, though? Might use one of those Garlean radios, so long as you refrain from any mind-bending schemes. I get that's... Schemes sounds bad, but radio sounds intriguing. Tell me more. And you can truly hear distant voices through a tiny box? Incredible! Simply must transmit through these radios for science. Eyes on the project objectives, thus I quite agree. Golem has such technology, it's likely the Charlians have studied it, if not invented a similar device of their own. If so, they must have shared its secrets with Living Way. No doubt Inventing Way would have thought the matter as well. I leave the technical details in your capable paws, Managing Way. In the meanwhile, I'd like to have a chat with the Loporrit, formerly known as Counseling Way. Please invite them into joining us. Actually, I could potentially redo this real quick to see what the other option would have. Hold on. We'll see how it works then. I, I don't think there's a fast forward without skipping entirely, and obviously I don't want to do that because I want to see what the other options offer. I mean, we're still in the beginning stages, right? Oh yeah, I imagine the issue with the link. I don't know. Perhaps one for sharing useful information with the people. Our people's areas aren't very large, though. How would they hear what's being said? Our minion, everyone in their minion seems quite happy to call me via Link Pearl. Oh yeah, because they do call us from that. Link Pearls entirely forgotten. That would have made finding one of theirs a lot easier. Unfortunately, to purchase dedicated Link Pills for the entire population would be stretching our budget thin, to say not the nightmarish logistics of distribution. Ah. Ah, yeah, because the Garland radios can be given to multiple people at once. Link Pearls, though, are kind of like the codec from Metal Gear. They're only between the individuals specifically involved. Speak with dreaming way over the Watcher's Pale. I figured that was kind of the direction it was going to take as soon as we learned that one of the quest ones was a radio part. But it does make sense. While link pearls are the usual form of communication, they're basically like a phone. They're pretty much individually to the person, to the individual person. Unless you're specifically designing it, like I said, but with a codec, they're pretty much designed specifically for the person they're between. They can't really Ashen for Loporrit. You again, I see. Do, 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 do. You wanted me to assist the people of fairies remotely, and I swear I'll remember streamer mode one day. Remotely? Construction of the station is underway as we speak. Using the magic known as radio, we can transmit all manner of noise across space and darker space. For instance, music. Goodness, we could share in my music, couldn't we? Do not bother the people of Atheres with that noisome beeping. If we were to employ the station of yours, surely there are myriad better uses. Better than music, if you ask me. Many of the Atheres people lost loved ones during the final days, they not? We could let them know they're not alone, or purely as an example, understand. We could use our unique advantage to point out and describe cloud formations. Oh, I completely don't follow. With that information, those on the ground can more accurately predict incoming storms, forestall ill-fated forays. Surely you're an expert in helpfulness. Those things would never have occurred to me. I suppose I can come and look in once you've completed your facilities. Clearly someone needs to tell you where you're going wrong. Please do. I can't really wait for you to join us. Together we shall create radio noises like no one's ever heard before. Though I suppose we need to actually finish the station first. I'll see you there in the Dreaming Workshop. Make sure to come. Well, at least Counseling Way seems to actually like this idea. They're not resisting it. I do. Will you listen? Oh, I got teleported here immediately. Dreaming Supporter. Greetings, if you require protection, please speak to Dreaming Way. Blip. Today's automatically generated suggestion is unsettling staring. Just standing there, menacingly. Oh my, new cutscene already. Well, it is one of the later ones. Is construction proceeding apace? We're on schedule, but I've been waiting for Coda's return. I trust you'll have little difficulty producing the equipment to vague and mysterious specifications provided by our Charlene correspondents. If I may. We will require tiny bottles of oil for knobs, dials, the like. No, I do not know what sort of knobs and dials. These are the materials. I assume you can manage the rest on your own? I'm guessing I need to finish off with a high quality. Should you require additional supplies, as always, our stocks are with the Dreaming Supporter. Now, you might actually watch me fail this a bit. I'll be occupied in ensuring that no one shocks themselves to a stupor while assembling the booth, but Dreaming Way should be free to collect your finished creations. Create a box of radio equipment. There we are. I'm specifically clicking these because, again, I don't really craft anything, so probably my best interest to not try and get hotkeys or anything like that going because I'll screw it up. I know me. That would be just enough. Now let's see here. Only 7 for Baragatse. Ugh, that's not ideal. That failed. Only about 1 in 5 chance. I guess what am I losing? Nope. Thank you for your materials request. Here you are. May none of the tiny parts roll away, never be seen again. Oh, I've had that happen more than a few times. Oopsie. I chose the wrong thing there. Alright, Baragat's Blessing should be enough here. Not as good as I was hoping, but... where's Standard Touch? Here we are. This should finish it, or... Yeah, this'll... I'll try one more Hasty Touch. There we are. 89, and Basic Synthesis to finish off. There we go, about a 90% chance of success, and it worked. This equipment is incredibly delicate, you say? I suppose I don't need to shake the box, strictly speaking. Delicate supplies for a broadcasting station, carefully packaged so as to sustain minimal damage from inevitable Loporrit excitement. Yeah, I suppose it makes sense our character will be prepared for that. It's even weirder than I expected. I shall exercise the most caution as I hop over to the managing way with this, I promise. Looks like the last upgrade. There's Counseling Way. Even their outfits in complete tatters compared to everyone else's. This is a radio. My gear is up to date, I might do a lot better, but who cares? Which of these do I choose? Wish to speak with my people. This one will probably make him feel happiest, since. But I also kind of want to go brighter future with us, because I'm pretty sure that us refers to both the people of the Theres and Loporrits. But I suppose I do try to read the room, and the Counseling Way seems more like the practical side. So let's just be blunt here. It's also why I was so honest with La Brea. He strikes me as the type where even a white lie would not be appreciated, so I'll just be direct here. Wish to speak with my people? The mic is yours. Always wish to speak with the people of the fairies. I must ask. Do you think my voice will reach them? Of course it will. That's the magic of radio. I'd like to assist with the station if you're still amenable to the idea. You won't find a harder working way, I promise you that. Radio waves can and do travel through space. That's a big reason. I don't need to go into that detail. What matters is we've completed the last station. And with that, the broadcasting station is complete. We might want to check whether it's working, though. We never did decide on the content of our first message. For once, I fear I'm rather at a loss. That's where our newest way comes in. That's where our newest way comes in. Take it away, my friend. Oh, me? There must be something you'd like to share with the people of Theres in honor of this special occasion? The drinks. Like everything's working properly. They're glowing. On air. Test, test. People of Atheres, are you there? Can you hear me, far away as I am, all the way from the moon? I hope I can be of use to you. I hope I can tell you something that you didn't know before. I hope that in your darkest moments I can lift your spirits. Perhaps I should start from the beginning. For so long. We awaited your arrival on the moon. 'Twas under the most unfortunate circumstances, to be sure, yet that only increased the determination with which we set to our preparations. In the end, of course, the final days were averted. The moon was no longer needed. We were no longer needed. Make no mistake, we are glad for your fortune. If you are happy, we are happy, but for many of us, myself included, this marked an end to our very reason for being. Until some Loporrits dared to dream again, to show us that there's always hope so long as we reach for another. Should you ever lose sight of your dreams, I hope you remember that you are not alone. We are here, and the future is the dream we share. Tearing up just like he is. And now the weather. That concludes our inaugural broadcast. Thank you one and all for listening. From the bottom of my heart, on behalf of Loporrit, I wish you the very best. It was too long, it felt awfully short. I think they could hear well enough. I suppose we shall never truly know our audience. But if my voice reached even one person, that's enough for me. That is my dream. Sworn. Alright, during Sworn is when the main storyline concludes, although there is one after. Although, honestly, I do like that the tribal quests do kind of have that. I don't believe it started with the very first ones. I believe Realm Reborn and the others, and Heaven's Ward didn't have that. But I believe starting at Stormblood, they have the storyline finish at one before the maximum, and then have a sort of epilogue afterward. And I quite appreciate that. Actually, now that I think about it, Heaven's Ward might have as well. But I'll have to. I know the Realm Reborn ones did not. May raise their faith in you further. Receive experience bonus. You now have access to a wider selection of wares from Coining Way. Normal quality over the course for no purpose and cannot be sold. Oh yeah, that's so the normal quality one I have here. Yeah, the radio equipment here I should just toss out. Every which way. Dreaming worker. Yeah, so I will probably do the last one, if only because that's kind of an epilogue that wraps everything up. But yeah, there's a counseling way. You think my feelings reach them? The distance is so great. I will admit, this went a bit heavier than I was expecting. I mean, yeah, Endwalker as a whole has done a lot of really heavy topics, but, well, a feeling of purpose and lack of it. Sorry. It's something I appreciated near Automata going into. I appreciate it here too. It's not something easy to handle, that's for sure. Uh, yeah, the absolute highest is Bloodsworn, but that's, yeah, like I said, that's mostly an epilogue. Yeah, they... I mean, when Counseling Way keeps saying he wanted to go back into the, stasis pods, the whole reason they were in stasis in the first place was until they fulfilled a purpose as designated by, Eidolon. However, if you've been following my stream of the Endwalker story, that is no longer possible. And indeed, Counseling Way openly admits in the end that it's going to be an eternal sleep, which is, pretty, not very subtle in terms of what it is implying. It will effectively be dead at that point. Oh yeah, I don't get 3 more since this is the end of the storyline. Here we are. Oh yes, and Dreaming Way should have more stuff. Moonhopper identification. A thin rectangular piece of some unknown material. Placing it near your Moonhopper will magically bring the machine to life. Oh, for some reason I thought it was more expensive than this. In that case, I'll also get the Orc roll. I think I might be able to get... Can I get the uniform yet? No. If we can get the uniform at all, I don't know if we can or not, but... I imagine that will be from the, next level, if that. But yeah, I was kind of hoping we'd get the shirts like this. especially since greening away there suggests we'll be able to paint them too. That'd be nice. Here. We are the tribal ones. Where is it? Here it is. Moonhopper. This enhanced version of the supporter was lovingly created by the ever-innovative Inventing Way. Not satisfied with merely making it rideable, the Laporte also fit a compact speaker that can belt out Dreaming Way's feel-good sounds. Let's hop to it. Well, that didn't last very long, so there is one... You know what, let's do one more here. There is indeed one more tribal quest that needs to get done. Now I have to hurry before this song makes me cry again. Right. I guess I could go with fishing for now. That's mostly default gear because there's not much to it. I don't know if I'll do the full quest for the Omicrons next, or whatever the next tribal quest here is, but I figure, you know what, it won't do any harm to at least start it here. This is pretty short, but... Digma 4. Data collection analysis progress. Please stand by until the replication process is complete. Martin. Last drag security protocol initiated. Any intruders be eliminated. Repeat last drag security protocol. Wait. For this unit welcomes Blue Coda and reports this unit is currently in the process of absorbing residual energy extended looted by the dead star. Oops. Until this unit's next task is analyze data and utilize it in reclaiming remnants of lost civilizations to the depths of eons memories. A cultural salvage operation, if you will. Oh, interesting. Because we did meet quite a few in the dead ends there. Yeah, the dead planet led to the dead ends, where Medion showed us all the worlds that had ended. The cafe at the end of the universe. Now that's a wonderful name for a place. Welcome, Coda, to the last dregs. Long last we're open for business. That's not all. This unit recommends you allow the squeaky life form to elaborate. Please be advised, this recommendation does not extend to other conversations. For one thing, we've cleaned up the place since your last visit. That counter's clean enough to eat off of. I imagine they intend to, then. We've also recruited additional Omicrons to our cause. They have absolutely naught better to do unless they're stationed here at all hours. I fear their lack of customer service experience may prove an issue, however, so I think it best our first patrons be similar to the people of the Theres. You lot have been awfully understanding of our slip-ups with the moon. To fulfill that objective, this unit has taken the liberty of ordering replication of passably intelligent life forms based on data recovered from the dead ends. These life forms now exist as tangible simulations, much like this unit itself, allowing them to enjoy cafe services. If you orient your ocular orbs to my right, you'll find Patron 1 and 2 of the Karelian people. I have no idea who those are. It's been a while since I did the dead ends. Oh. Yeah, prepare to die, traitor. I should now obliterate your hideous helm and your belligerent brain. Ideological alignment with the global community is the only way to restore peace. That and the utter annihilation of our enemies. You would say that, mongrel. You, a defiant fighter. You've long since ceased to see beyond the leash around your neck, or perhaps it's that tasteless headwear cutting off oxygen to your brain. You and your masters know not of righteousness. The peace you offer is but apathy, self-determination, subjugated to the pull of the yoke. Pray that you know freedom and death. As you can see, it's not going as well as we'd hoped. Oh yeah, I remember this one. I believe I likened it to the Terminator or RoboCop universe when I played through the Dead Ends. It certainly has that 80s American sci-fi film feel to it, at the very least. Beep beep. The data indicates that while the Corellians prospered materially under the global community, the anti-establishment freedom fighters fought back against the pressure of social conditions, leading to total annihilation of both the civilizations and the star. Excuse me, it seems like both of you want the same thing. To put an end to this conflict and live happily ever after, and also to murder each other, but that didn't turn out so well for you last time. How about you take a seat and talk this over? I suppose this will have to do for the time being. Or you see, I have something even more important to show you, with me. With how heavy the Loporrit quest is, I can only imagine how heavy this one will be. I didn't expect it to, deal with the subject of ending one's own life like that. Even if not the literal sense in this case, it would functionally be the same, since there's no one to ever awaken them from stasis again. Can see at the end of the universe, a new star is born. It's bright. Furthermore, readings confirm the unidentified star is composed of dynamis. Well, not surprising, everything here pretty much is. With the Endsinger gone, Ultima Thule should no longer be doomed to despair. Yet what kind of star, what civilization, could have arisen out of the dynamis of this space, I shudder to think. That is precisely why this unit recommends eliminating potential threats immediately. The looming specter of a hostile civilization is not conducive to carrying out current orders to live. We learn nothing from the Krellians. We cannot simply go about annihilating everyone who looks at us askance. Besides, it would be a shame to waste any potential resources that Star has to offer. It's not as if we're rolling in tea leaves here. This unit finds the eminently killable life form's outlook to be intolerantly naive. Let me just see here. Eminently. Notably or very. Those the notably killable life form. I'll show you how to like killable, you weird looking fork. Anyway, I propose that with your help, Kota, we first investigate this newborn star. There'll be plenty of time for annihilating later, should such measures be called for. If both eminently killable life forms insist, you may access the new research portal from the base Omicron. This unit will accompany you for your own safety. That's true, I'm a gathering class right now for absolutely no reason in particular. Most definitely. Does this place even have a menu? Hot beverages are but an open gate to the masses. We're organic life form blue Kodo. Please don't liquid dispension is imminent. How can this unit assist you? Okay, tell me, Gordona. Cross-reference, stigma for memory data. Gordona was the first civilization that units from the Alphatron star encountered and ultimately conquered upon receiving interstellar star travel. At the time, we believed that Gordona's wait. Gordona's machines were the true leaders of civilization. It was thus registered as a threat and annihilated with swiftness. It was only after the extermination we concluded that the Gordonas were in fact silicon-based life forms. Though further data on their true nature remains scarce, historical reconstruction is an ongoing endeavor. Time to head over to the Omicron's area of space. Etherite. That's a really cool etherite thing. Jamming way. Of all these brilliant machine-building machines, why do we get stuck with the rude one? Beyond this portal, you will find a research area constructed for the purposes of collecting data on the new star. You may proceed, with caution, to the star from there. Color me impressed by Stigma 4, that is. It's the one that made all this. Now look sharp, Forky. Faster than light, travel initialized, calibrating coordinates. You know, I've never actually played FTL Faster Than Light. Might have to at some point, just to, try it out, but we'll see. I don't want to make promises for stuff that, I can't exactly guarantee will happen. Well, I've changed a few ideas on whims. I mean, one time... it's just a big rock. With a gooey center, apparently. If Ultima Thule is governed by sentiment, or is this does that mean this huge thing came out of someone's heart? Initializing scan of planet surface and core. Oh, right. Environmental scans inconsistent with data from previously recorded planets. No sign of civilization. This unit can only assume that this star is entirely new. Seen before. Emergency alert from the last dregs. Wom wom wom. Ahem. This unit will now transmit directly from Stigma 4. Emergency alert. Customers designated Patron 1 and Patron 2 resisting delivery of sustenance. Weapons have been drawn. Please advise. Resisting? What in the world did you serve them? As proposed by flea-ridden manager, staff attempted to provide patrons with locally rendered carrots. These were rejected as not food. Godana oil and omicron grease were also rejected, despite databases indicating these have fulfilled 95% of criteria designation of food. Words unsuitable for transmission also issued from patrons at this time. Okay, so it has as much cursing as an 80s sci-fi movie. Good to know. The torrent of verbal abuse activated Gordona's Guardian's moderation filters, causing it to set weapons to purge. All remaining units have withdrawn behind available cover. Projections indicate a 99.9783% chance of failure should further operation be attempted by current staff. Management support requested. look at jamming way there, just all... I sort of expected this. After all, artificial carrots just aren't right. Where's the fresh and juicy crunch? Where's the slight aftertaste of dirt? Have you ever tried any other food? I don't know why people would bother putting other things in their mouth when they have perfectly good carrots lying about, but I suppose perhaps we need to concoct some sort of nutritious mixture. Data indicates civilization prospects in Ultima Thule are abysmal. That cultivation prospects in Ultima Thule are abysmal. To manufacture ingredients would require a dedicated production plant. Given the fate of our aforementioned carrot, this simply will not do. But what about this new star? Could it not be used to create the fresh culinary ingredients we need? I see it now. Our customers containment having the most delicious, nutritious cuisine they've ever had. This sight should delight me as much as 100 carrots of happiness at least. Huh. What's that? It's glowing? Shiny. Ooh, it's even reflecting the Loporrit's eyes. Goodness me. There's plant life all over. Scanning soil, acidity, moisture content, and temperature within acceptable parameters. Soft under my paws, it's simply begging for cultivation. Indeed, analysis indicates that 56.2% of cultivars registered in database during prior conflicts with organic civilizations would be suited to this environment. This star grant my wish? I suppose, given the nature of this place, it's not unreasonable to believe residual energies from Medion's nest could coalesce into a new star. No, that said star would be susceptible to emotion as much as the rest of Dynamis around here. This theory is excessively convenient, but the data does not contradict it. Well, I mean, everything in here is made from emotion. There was absolutely nothing here until the sacrifices began. It was just empty space. Your ability to insult me even when we're in agreement never ceases to amaze. Fortunate for you, I've better things to do than bicker with a bucket of bolts right now. Oh, magic creation, feel the craving deep within my soul and grant me endless carrots. Not working this time, I guess? Perhaps gluttony does not qualify as an emotion. Perhaps, well, not with that attitude. Okay, yeah, my hopes for the cafe do, apparently. Unlike my, however sincere, visions of carrots specifically, that intangible hope for the potential future took form as tillable earth. In which case, perhaps the joy as of yet unrealized possibilities is the key to success here. Thus we shall we call it, Elysian, a joyful land where our hopes may come to rest. The mythology at work here remains alien to this unit, but the overexcited organism's speculation has merit. Dynamis has been demonstrated to make the impossible possible. However, the data also shows that it lends itself just as easily to ill as good. If the beings of Ultima Thule succumb to despair once more, the consequences will be dire, and this unit does not even need to run the calculations to be sure of that. Oh, boil my carrots, I forgot about the customers. We must attend to them all haste, lest they warp the very nature of the star. Very well to get to this one, but it has a very promising start, that's for sure. Might be easier for me to just, fly here. Alright, so we need to go up, and up, and up. Ah, yeah, it's not very far at all to fly compared to just, walking. But I probably need the teleporter since they mentioned it required faster than light travel. Cap operations current efficiently below 13%. Unfortunate circumstances detected. Reviewing customer service manual. I'll look like a peacekeeper to you. That metallic taste will haunt me till the day I die. This is what I get for breaking bread with freedom fighters. My mouth is so oily. Propriety threshold exceeded. Rude intruders will be eliminated. This unit must admit that its projections were insufficient for having failed to anticipate this outcome. Please, if you would sit down for a nice calming cup of tea. As I've had fall for your ruse a second time, the food you served us made me long for the days of chewing a boot in the trenches. Deeply though it pains me, I must agree. That was the least palatable vegetable I've even eaten. Wartime or no, if I die, my blood's on your hands. Heavens, we can't have that. I wish to satisfy customers, to bring them joys they can fall to spare. What dishes would bring you joy, if you might ask? Well, everything we typically eat from beans to beef is manufactured according to specifications I could not begin to guess at. If I take anything even approaching normal at this point, perhaps a salad to cleanse a palate of horrible oil, as long as there's no genetically modified logs in it this time. See, 2 salads from completely organic ingredients, coming right up. How soon your paltry gray matter forgets there's a dearth of produce in this corner of the universe. Even on the new star, seeds require time to grow. Oh, but surely Coda can do something about that. You're a fisher right now, are you not? Surely there must be some matter of edible flora around here, inconspicuous it may be. I dare say local ingredients are something of a conversation starter, so that could be the next step. Differences, wouldn't that be lovely? Perhaps I should have been botanist then. Need only relax and wait. We'll serve you delicious dinner yet. Reluctantly reviewing natural resource database, promising nodes located. Flora found in the wellspring of regret has been rated by organic forms as edible, shows susceptible nutrient composition. You may wish to purchase gold salmon roe from Omicron and A4 for this mission, and similar endeavors. All proceeds go to Omicron enhancement initiatives. Oh, well, good to know it's going to a good cause. While you do that, we'll see if we cannot scrounge up a few more ingredients from our stores. I cannot imagine why I would prefer other food subs. Carrots, I must admit, this is a culinary experimentation, invigorating. Right, it was Jamming Way saying that, not, numbers. Catch a soggy alien kelp. Not sure why I chose Fisher of all things. I had it on me because I was using it to, finish up the last quest from, Shadowbringers, the, Quickrin. Largely because it was the one that took the longest to level. Over here, I actually did get lucky with some of the glamours recently. Like my samurai recently replaced the katana of the round with the Seiryu katana. I really got a good deal. Usually on my server it's around 500k for each, but instead I managed to get it for a cool 100k. Now the smart thing to do would be to resell it for a profit, but what fun's that? Sneak. Now, how do I do this again? You have no bait. Oh, right. I think it might be best for me to just teleport directly. Just trying to check who I need to purchase things with. Actually, it may be easier to just teleport over here. Abode of the Aya. I love so many tasty types of fish, but my body hates me if I try them anymore. Some of them still seem fine, at least. But quite a few that I loved just won't work anymore. Alright, I need to be on land. Mark detected. Oops, I might have been a bit too late. Nope. The fish gets away, yeah. I needed it immediately. I was distracted. Because I wasn't sure if I was doing something wrong or not. I've never been too much of a gatherer, though I know fishing is popular because I'm told it's quite relaxing. Well, I suppose every video game has to have a fishing minigame, so it all makes sense. Finding ways just walking on into the water and submerging. This song is just so emotional. Just reminds me of everything that happened here. Don't get me wrong, I look at Finding Way there, just completely submerged. And hearing this song slowly include more and more parts. What am I doing wrong? Release uncooked fish. Release it has no effect. Leave log in the fish guide. Patience. Reduces the amount of time for the next fish to bite. Cancels current mooching opportunity. I think the additional hooks might have been throwing me off. I forgot I had activated that by accident earlier. Granted, it's probably help, but not helping. I don't have actual fishing gear. I'm out. All right, let's go head on over. Clearly, I actually need to buy a decent amount here. Old salmon roe, that's what I needed, yeah. Am I? Bow to the AM. It could be them just lacking gathering gear to properly get it, but I didn't need too much dedicated gear in the for the what's it called, for the Shadowbringer ones, the Kikurin. Funny, the Kikurin was expected to be a tribal quest ever since Rome Reborn, but they didn't end up doing it until Shadowbringers. Mark for the quest detected. Underwater bunny. Got it. Data on the Wellspring of Regret is added. Soggy alien kelp. That's a bit of a long way, so it might be easier to teleport back to Omicron's and then go up. took a lot longer than expected, but to be fair, I don't really fish or gather in general. So I guess it makes sense I'd eventually fail somehow, some way. Planning to feast those ashen plants. Never been fond of ash in my mouth, though. I suppose there's a certain nostalgia to it now. Struggle to understand why you ushered us back into existence in this fashion. The wheel of time does not turn reverse. Cafe system, security system active, standing by. Weeds are a vegetable, correct? I do know that. I do know my father once mentioned that he used to go picking dandelions in a field to make salads with, but they had to be particular kinds. Return of allied life form code is most welcome. This unit can only hope the other organic life forms will now cease their whining. So moist it couldn't possibly be less than fresh. Quality and quantity of provided ingredients exceeds expected parameters. It was, baby. I knew a code would go above and beyond. Now let's put those greens to test. Wow, that actually looks really nice. Needless to say, I fear for my life, but now I've gone through so much trouble, I suppose at least we should try it. Actually, it looks pretty neat. Huh. Astoundingly robust flavor and texture. I was unaware the food could possess such pleasant complexity. Mass-produced dishes pale in comparison. Watch your tongue. The global community solved world hunger through automation, you know. Thought would have scurvy thrice over without it. Still, I must admit the flavor's unique. Though we replicated a wide variety of cultivars and factories, just as many were co-signed to history. You see now what a loss that was. There is an appeal to having the freedom to choose what you eat, is there not? Though I recognize the validity of your world hunger argument. Perhaps there is room for both, in this particular waiter observed. Our haste to elevate one another's expense has not served us well in the past. Odd words here from a freedom fighter, but not wrong. That's a spirit. I'm certain you two have plenty in common if you're willing to hear each other out. I want to say that seems resolved surprisingly easily, but I guess to be fair, it's a lot easier to get over the things that made you fight when the world you were fighting for is already gone. It's a matter of, well, what else is there to lose anymore? Meantime, one helpless guard. Release some of that pent-up energy that has you shouting at each other all the time. Think about it, it's honest, non-violent work, and the more you grow, the more flavors you can experience. You have a patch of land on a new star with your names on it. Well, your patron designations anyway, what do you say? I cannot claim I'd be happy on the battlefield. I fought in the name of peace until there was not left to fight, or there has to be a better way. Maybe in safeguarding life rather than taking it, I'll find out what that is. Hesitate to hesitate to align my ethos with that of global citizen, yet it's true, we now have the freedom to choose a better future. Very well, I should put down my arms travel a different path this time around. And it's a truce, let's plant those vegetables. Oh, I smell hope, it smells like carrots and happy. Well, if you're wondering, perhaps Elysian can smell it too. Inconclusive and 80% nonsensical. However, possibilities resulting from this unlikely alliance do approach the infinite. I suppose that means we'll have to go and see for ourselves. Come along, patrons. I imagine there's some alien dishes I could potentially make from Ultima Thule. I do have Culinarian maxed out now, after all. Oops. I had it set to event to try and remind myself what I needed to buy specifically. At the very least, our Corellian friends should be able to cultivate those unusual vegetables you found. If they grow here, they can grow anywhere. Despite the small yet statistically significant chance of their being greeted by hostiles, the native life form Firm has sent patron O1 and O2 to the Elysian. This unit suggests we make haste in confirming what effects, if any, their emotions will have wrought on the star. Oh dang, they already produced one of their machines for growing. Well, I guess it makes sense that sci-fi area would also have better farming tech. Oh, there's more of them in general. That was a surprise. The Carillions' heartfelt hopes for a peaceful future has taken form as resplendent gardens. Nevertheless, much of the newborn star remains unto a blank canvas. What other hope shall the power of Dynamis bring to life? Yeah, we have to do our best to make sure that we keep everyone in a positive mood because Dynamis is extremely volatile. As N7000 said, it can also bring things to it can also be used for bad things as well as good. I don't know where it came from. I'm glad for the sudden appearance of the agroformer. It's a relic from the days before we fully automated food production. It'll make nurturing the plants a lot easier. As I was wondering the myriad possibilities we might sow on the unmarred land, I was filled with a strange sense of optimism. Next I knew, plants were about. Carillions seem to be multiplying. I wonder if these are the ones pulled from the mire of despair out there, or just like our patrons. In any case, we're going to need to see more salad. Dynamis-based alterations in local environment exceed all but the most improbable of projections. Data from prior civilizations indicates organic customers to be pleased with the vegetation available for consumption. This unit proposes a new temporary retreat to A4 to discuss future salad and salad-adjacent matters. I see they're able to produce some of their old tech, specifically to continue farming. All management units are present. This unit will now run multiple cognitive simulations of Last Dreg's future. Hmm. Analysis complete. Simulations to get further consultation with reconciled life forms and changes to the nature of Elysian will both be beneficial in increasing future customer satisfaction. Overall, friendly interaction appears key to the success of Last Dreg's objectives, which are vital to the ongoing mission. Live. In other words, if we continue to value our patrons, our cafe will become an ever greater source of joy. This unit would not make such a fanciful projection, but nevertheless agrees with their general trajectory proposed. The ongoing assistance of allied life form Coda will be invaluable. Will you continue to act as a management unit? I swore I'd never go back to retail. Well, I'm not actually working in the retail part. The Omicrons are handling that, so count this unit in. Your cooperation is appreciated. In preparation for the next phase of operations, this unit proposes strategically repositioning Matrix Stigma or to this location as it may better assist coordinating planetary and cafe objectives. Transmission of orders will commence at your signal. Alright, so basically this is going to be the base from now on for the Omicron. Alright, and the Trouble Quest, that's good. Retro thrusters on cooldown, initiating Matrix installation. Speaking of which, we have one more installation to attend to. Hold on, hold still, N7000. Bunny ears. Perfect, now I can tell which Omicron the insults will be coming from. It also signifies your role in the operation quite well, does it not? Crude, yet effective. This unit will consent to wearing large-eared life forms, primitive accessory. Now, my loyal crew, back to work. The possibilities are infinite, and there's much to be done. Blast Dregs, the tribal quest unlocked. Your reputation is friendly. You've achieved staff and patrons of Last Dregs. Omicron tribal quests are now available. Research. Furthermore, you now have access to a selection of wares. The voices of of a distant server. Vending unit. Omi token exchange. Vending unit. Alrighty, that'll be all for now. I might make a new set for a botanist or something, or I might stick with fishing just because that always levels slowest. We'll see, but I'll probably get proper gear and stuff for it next time. But that'll be for then. Till then, thank you for watching, hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later.